take us through your introduction.
Hi, so my name is Dhruv. I'm the director of Ccigmaa Lifestyles Private Limited and the owner of our brand KT Professional. I'm also the director of our parent company, Crystal Plastics and Metallizing Private Limited, which is a 50-year-old company in the haircare business. KT Professional has been in the market for the last 5 years, and we've primarily been into supplying products to the salon industry as well as to consumers in haircare. So it'll be great to take you through my journey today and interact with you on this.
Oh wow, great. So when Ccigmaa Lifestyle, existed in India, it's like since 2016, if I'm not wrong. So you take us through the initial stage of this company as to what opportunity did you see in the market and you wanted to fill that thing. What was the need that was there in the market at that time, and how did you go about it?
So, well, KT Professional has been in the market for the last 6 years, as you rightly encapsulated it. The journey has been a very fulfilling one, and there's been a lot of learning on the way, because we've seen that the market, the Indian market, when we started in 2016, we saw a major gap in the kind of products that the market had, both at the salon space and even at the retail space for the consumers to use. Now, India is a very diverse country, as we all know it. Water and weather conditions in India change every 100 kilometers. The way we dress changes every 100 kilometers. The food we eat changes every 100 kilometers. The humidity, weather also changes every 100 kilometers, which leads to us having a variety of needs for our hair care in different cities and different states. And that was the opportunity that we sensed at KT, that we could create a difference in the market by providing different hairstyling and hair grooming products for different cities and different states of India to address the various needs that we need for our hair care. So India is a country with 130 crore people, and we have a very large growing aspirational class of people who are quality conscious, who want to know the kind of products they are using now, and social media has a very important role to play, because today I think every individual searches the product they use, read about the ingredients of the products they use, and really read about the benefit the product has on his or her hair type. And I think that that's really where the game has changed in the last 5 years for us as well, that we are now a very fast growing economy and a land of opportunities, where the country has been providing us various incentives as businesses to do something that we all love to call Make in India, which is a inspiration to newer businesses, inspiration to many entrepreneurs to create products, services with a difference for our people, and our country can serve 150 crore people, which is a very vast market.
So I would like to get into the detailing of the brand that you are building since 10 years now. I mean 5 years now. So there were a lot of products which were already in India, which that has a lot of credibility in the market. What is your USP? What are you bringing? What is that new thing that you're bringing onto the table with KT Professional?
When we speak about shampoos and conditioners, you go to the market and you hear of a moisture shampoo, you hear of a color protection shampoo, you hear of a damage repair shampoo. But what we do at KT Professional, so let me run you through what is KNT. So KT stands for K Hair Therapy, K primarily being keratin for your hair therapy. So that is really the connotation for our name, and that I think sums it up all, that we are a keratin focused company. Now, what is keratin? Keratin is the single most important protein for your hair. 95% of our hair is made up of keratin when we're born. And as we age, our lifestyle, our chemical journey for our hair, styling products, tools that we use, really deplete the keratin in our hair, which eventually leads to frizz, leads to early graying of hair, leads to hair loss, leads to thinning of hair, leads to problems in terms of the volume of our hair. And all of these problems are oriented with the single most important point, which is keratin protein. When we're not born with frizz. So what leads to frizz? It is the humidity, and it is the depleting keratin in our hair. So that is the single most important USP of KT, is that all our products are centered around keratin protein with a natural ingredient, which could be strawberry, Moroccan mint, coffee for hair growth, avocado for detoxification of your hair, Brazilian nuts for hair restoration, coconut for hair repair. Such kind of natural ingredients added with keratin in every bottle and every product of KT, which makes it unique to solve a different hair challenge and become a permanent product that can solve your needs as you go forward. And that is what I feel is the most important aspect of our brand.
And that is amazing to know that you're bringing something new to the table. See, every brand's journey, brand building has some or the other challenge while they are starting to build the brand. What are the challenges that you faced while you were starting in the initial part, or as of now also you're dealing with that?
When we use the word challenges, I feel that as a brand, we've looked at these as learning opportunities, and we've looked at these as the starting stone to our success today and probably going forward. Where do we see this is when we started the products, we understood that the market is starved for good Indian products that can help Indian hair. We are a country that still looks up to the Western world for hair care solutions. And why is it that we always did that? And I think today the times have changed where we understand that we can get products that are much better than some of the Western brands, and at the same time understand our Indian hair textures and provide products that are more oriented to our needs. So when we started, of course, it was a good learning curve to interact with people, interact with a lot of salons. Today our products are available in 27,000 plus salons in 86 cities and 27 states. So when we started the journey, the interaction was very, very fruitful for helping us understand that where is it that there is an opportunity, where is it that the salons are still not happy, and interacting with them, meeting them, speaking to them, learning from them, helped us develop products that would actually go and solve their problems. So when we would develop our products, I'd want to share today that we have a team of 16 people from the salon industry who test every product that we launch in the market, and the testing happens a year before the product is launched. So which means that the product goes through a series of testings in different cities, different states, different water conditions, across different weathers that we have in 12 months. And that really helps us identify the correct formulation that will suit our hair texture. So I think that journey that we've understood from then and now in the last 5 or 6 years is to really involve the consumer, the society, and the people at large if we want to make a brand and a product that speaks.
That's an amazing answer, but I want to know the crux of the challenges that you must have faced as a brand. Building a brand is not something which comes on a platter. You have to do a lot of things. So were there any challenges, any very heavy stones that you have to turn in order to make your mark and market?
The heavy stones are clear. Number one is acceptance.
Yeah.
People generally don't accept a brand very easily when you put yourself out there. It takes a lot of work to build in that goodwill. It takes a lot of work to build in that faith, and it builds in a lot of work to get that credibility and the trust factor. So I feel that our first 2 or 3 years were largely focused on bringing in goodwill, and that goodwill was only achieved when we interacted with our consumers and made them feel comfortable about using KP products. Today, I'd like to say it on record that there are many fly-by-night operators that come into the market and have products that are there for a short span of time, but products that are really not focused on a long-term solution, or brands that are not really looking at a long-term sustainable approach. So today when we interact with our users, we understand that, and when you speak about challenges, it's very important to understand that we are a very quality conscious market now. Sulfate-free products, need of the hour. Paraben-free products, need of the hour. Products that are not tested on animals. We have become a very sensitive society over the last decade towards animal welfare. And I think it's great because as a society that really is helping us step up our social goals. So today KT is very proud to say that all our products are not tested on animals. In the last 4 years we've seen veganism leading very important segment of our society. So today I'm happy to share on record that KT products are even 100% vegan.
Oh, wow.
So when what brings us to do these things is our initial stages of interaction, meeting different societies, meeting people, and when I say people, I'm not talking of salons alone. I'm talking of consumers like you and me, who rarely interact, who rarely share our problems. If you would sample size 100 people and ask them specifically what is your hair challenge, you'd probably find 5% of the people would be able to identify their hair challenge accurately.
Exactly.
And that is where the gap is. So that's where, as a brand, we learn to be more communicative. We learn to ensure that our product and our packaging speaks for itself. We've also learned that our product bifurcation should be such that the consumer finds it easy to identify, finds it easy to relate to, and at the same time finds it easy to understand that yes, this is what I'm looking for, and this is the problem in my city, my area, or my hair. And I think that has helped us in our journey. It's been a tough journey, of course. COVID through 2020 and 2021 derailed the industry at large, and not only ours, but I think the country and the world at large. The beauty industry surely was one of the largest one to be impacted due to our salons and spas being closed for the longest time, and people moving towards DIY, which is do-it-yourself services at home. But again, that was a short-lived journey, and we were again back in the beauty business, because today when we go to the salon, it is a necessity and no longer a luxury.
So, thank you very much for queuing to the pandemic part. 2 years we have been in lockdown, and there were so many services. The hospitality industry was impacted at large. Salon industry was impacted at large, and I think every industry which was out there was impacted at large, be it event management, hospitality, salon industry, even the medical industry for that matter. So since you have spoken about pandemic, you tell me that how you have taken this challenge as an opportunity, and how did you survive this 2 years? What new business approach have you taken?
So 2 years of pandemic, number one, has made us socially more aware. I think the world got onto social media. A lot of people who were not very prompt on social media learned how to use digital marketing. Even at home, people learned how to serve products, because when you were restricted to ordering online, and that's I think a large component of the country did that. And we learned our own ways of searching products, identifying what is the solution that we can do sitting in the comfort of our house. So we took the pandemic as an opportunity purely because it helped us reach out to many more people. It helped us understand the basic needs that one struggled with even during the pandemic. And as you rightly said, the sector took a hit, but it's also an important aspect to understand that various brands understood the need of curating products that would service needs at all times. And when I use the word curating, a simple thing like a serum, a simple thing like a shampoo, a simple thing like a styling mist were not available, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And that's when we realized that when we cater to the larger segment of the audience in tier 2, tier 3, we're looking at providing them solutions at par with what is available in the market. At the same time, we also have learned through the pandemic that every company that has to work forward has to always have an impact. Because when your brand has a presence, it's not about the presence alone, it's also the kind of impact you create.
Exactly.
And if your brand has the metal in it, you would see the next day in 2021 and 2022. So yes, a lot of salons shut down shut down their business for good. A lot of people became freelancers. A lot of change in the market in terms of retail stores, your beauty stores. A lot of that was corrected. You saw people changing their businesses entirely, right? Changing their sectors entirely. So that is a true test of your business, and I think the pandemic helped us understand that whether our work is as firm-footed to ensure that we see the next day through, and the consumers still stand by you even post-pandemic.
Exactly, that's a very big thing. Consumer loyalty is a very big thing. So I want to get into the more detailing of as to how pandemic affected your business, and what was the new approach that you as a brand, not the industry as well, you as a brand, or what were the new initiatives that you took during the pandemic?
So during the pandemic, we did three things. Number one, we ensured that we provide products in a more friendly pocket size. So the friendly pocket size would be a size starting at 20 ml all the way to 100 ml, because to ensure that a product penetrates to the right consumers in different cities who would want products to be a little more price friendly. So we ensured our packaging sizes would reduce to penetrate more into the market. Number one. Number two, we ensured our products are self-explanatory, because when we were working pre-COVID, our products were largely marketed through salons, which would educate the user on why you need to buy a KT shampoo and what is the benefit of it. But we had to change that approach in the pandemic for the good to ensure that our communication is direct to the consumer and at the same time have our brand products that would connect with the audience at all levels. That was the second approach that we really worked hard on. And the third and the most important one is that we understood that customer loyalty is an important factor going forward. So we started rewarding our loyal customers through various incentive schemes, various packages, and a lot of rewards when you buy a KT shampoo and conditioner, whether it's on our own portal or whether you buy it through any of the marketplaces that we are present in. And I'm very happy to share that the e-commerce marketplace in the pandemic was a big boom for us as well. And can share proudly with you today that we are present on 18 plus e-commerce marketplaces and doing wonderful work, reaching out to consumers all the way from Jammu until Kochi and from Bombay till Arunachal Pradesh. So I think that is the widespread approach that KT has now, thanks to the pandemic, that helped us connect to our consumers both online and now taking that relationship offline as well.
So we spoke about how KT, survived through the pandemic, and now since things are coming back, normalcy is coming back. Can you tell us that is there any expansion plan that you have in mind?
Yes, absolutely. KT is expanding rapidly in this year, 2022. A lot of our plans that were in order for 2020 were delayed to 2022. So expansion plans were pretty much set in the end of 2019 itself. We're ready for our expansion in a big way, and we're happy to share that in the next few months you will hear a lot more about the brand, both in the retail space, in the salon space, as well as exclusive products that we'll be doing online for our consumers. And that would range everything from in haircare that's never been seen before in this country. And that is going to be a very interesting aspect because yes, we are a brand that has salon treatments, we are a brand that has in-salon service products, we are a brand that already has a lot of home care retail products along with serums and styling products, but we are going to be launching a never seen before product profile that is going to be the first ever for the Indian consumers, which will pretty much be out there in the next few months.
Oh, great. So, since KT is in the market since 5 years, minus the pandemic, and you have built a great brand since the starting. You saw the need that was there in the market. You took the opportunity in your hand. You built a brand around the country and the needs that the consumer in this country have. So you tell us you come with a background of a very great leadership. So you give me a little advice as to what are the attributes, what are the qualities of a great leader, and especially in the haircare industry, someone has to survive.
So we come with a legacy of 50 years. Our parent company, Crystal Plastics, has been in the industry for the last 50 years, exporting our products to 75 countries in the world for the past 30 years, and winning awards from the Government of India for 30 years for highest exports. Having said that, this journey has been one with pure leadership, because this is a brand that started from scratch. KT Professional has really taken its own course, and a true leader is one who will truly stand by what you do. So number one is belief, that you need to believe in your brand before anyone else does. You need to stand by it. You need to be a firm user of your own products to endorse it or have the world use it. Number two is be extremely passionate about what you do, because I feel that today we are a very young country. India's population speaks for itself, where 50% of India's population is below the age of 30. So we are a very, very young and aggressive country when it comes to new businesses, new ideas. But at the same time, it's very important to continue your passion for that idea, and you need to see it through. So a good leader needs to be passionate about his product or service till the very last day that you run it. And third is the most important thing is to also be compassionate, because we also need to have a society approach, or we also need to have, and the third and the most important thing is to be compassionate, because it is very important to understand that our country has a very mixed diverse of people, and we need to be a brand that can even leave a positive message and can do something good for the society. We also look at creating a lot of employability opportunities, and I'm very happy to also share that we are always recruiting at KT because of the number of roles that are expanding, the number of opportunities that are coming up. So these are people coming in and actually leading these roles. So today you as a leader need to believe in your team and give them the leadership freedom to take up whatever they do with complete zest. So I think these are a few important qualities in leadership, and I personally believe that it is extremely important to lead by example. So while I say these 4 or 5 leadership qualities, it's very important that you lead by example at all times, because that's what they take away from you, right? If you're the captain of your ship, you're answerable and accountable for everything that happens.
So see, every startup when they start, every business when they start, they have this big vision. They have some aim to that I want to give this to them. I want to do this for the country. I want to do this for my people. What is that one big picture that KT Professional has, or Ccigmaa Lifestyle, or you have?
So the big picture is clear that we want to be job creators. We want to be a brand that can create employment not only in urban India but even as far as we can go by creating employment both in packaging, create employment in marketing, create employment in our sales force, create employment through our digital mediums for all our team members, and even add as many as we can. We largely encourage women leadership in our company. We have a lot of departments that are being led by women alone. So I feel that itself is an important part for our brand to encourage women leadership. And in our company, 60% of our team force is women. And it gives me great satisfaction to tell you that when women are leading the show, they do a wonderful job, and I think that we're going to encourage that as much as we can. At the same time, we have a very important goal to start exporting our products. KT Professional is still not available in the export market yet, in spite of our experience in the export industry for the last 30 plus years. So with the Prime Minister's vision to boost the country's exports, we will be taking that goal forward and opening our doors to the world with KT Professional that will be available on the export market from the very next month.
Oh, wow.
And our Prime Minister has been a total inspiration and a motivator to all of us in India. And the country set a target of $400 billion, which was the export target for the last financial year. And I'm sure we all saw the news that the country achieved it 9 days before the end of the financial year, which speaks volumes about itself, that when a country can take up a challenging target of 400 billion and we achieve 9 days before the end of the financial year, gives us way more inspiration and motivation to do that even this year. So definitely KT is opening its doors to the world, and we are looking at setting up our mark in various global hubs.
So the last question is for people like me, people like young entrepreneurs who want to start building their businesses. They have this great idea. They want to go into the market, fill the gap that they see. What is the 3 advice that you will give to young entrepreneurs who are starting with their own business journey?
Number 1, have your feet firmly on the ground, and I think that's the most important one. And I really stand by it even today. That you may see a super success very soon, but if that comes very soon, you may even see the flip side. So it's very important to have your firm feet on the ground to see your business through. Second is that have realistic expectations from yourself and from your team. Being overambitious is also not very advisable at all times, and it's very important that we build the business because your initial years as a startup is your foundation, right? It's the pillar of your business, and we need to ensure that those are cemented well when you're going to be building a tower or aim to build a tower. And last but not the least, it's also to constantly innovate. As any business leader, you need to understand that as a country, we're changing every year. As a society, we're changing every 2 years. So we need to ensure that we innovate ourselves, and our business idea also needs to change with the changing times. So the minute you have an open mind, open to ideas and suggestions, and you innovate your ideas constantly to meet the need of the hour, I'm sure that any startup will do very well.
That's about it. That was a great conversation with Dhruv, and he shared his 2 cents about the entrepreneurship in India and as well as the haircare industry, which is ever growing and is going to grow more in the coming years. And I hope and wish you luck for the expansion and the exportership that you are looking forward to.
Thank you so much. Thank you.